Hi friends, today I am going to explain one of the most important concepts in object-oriented programming, that is overloading in Java. Overloading is a feature in Java where multiple methods in a single class have same name but different parameters. Multiple methods have same method name but the parameters are different. Different in the sense different number of parameters or different data types of parameters or different sequence, that is order of parameters is different. So we have multiple methods with same name but different parameters. Let's discuss with the examples. In first case we'll change the number of parameters. So we'll take a test class and inside test class we are taking two methods with the name show. But for first method, we have only one parameter. For second method, we have two parameters. So inside the single class, that is inside the test class, two methods with the same name is valid. That is what we call overloading. Let's see in the VS Code. Let's create a Java file, that is main.java, and here we take a test class test, and inside the test class we'll take the methods, that is show method with one parameter and show method with two parameters. Same method but the number of parameters is different. So here the method name is same but the number of parameters varies. So the function of first method is different and the function of second method is different, but the names of two methods is same, exact same, but the parameters are different. So we can say that here method signatures are different. Method signature includes method name and the type of parameters. Here for first method, method signature is show of int, and for second method signature is show of int comma int. So here method signatures are different. Only method names are same. So this is what we call overloading in Java, method overloading in Java. So in order to call those methods, we have to create a test object. Test is equal to new test, and in order to call the first method, we have to give a single input, that is a single parameter. And in order to call the second method, we have to give two parameters. So here method names are same, but number of parameters are different. So if we compile the code, java main.java, it should compile fine. And if you run the code, java main, it has to print first 10 and next 10 and 20. So the outputs are 10, 10 and 20. So this is a one case in method overloading. That is, we are changing the number of parameters. And in the second case, changing the data types of parameters. We are going to change the data types. Method names are same, but we change the data types. Here inside the first method, we take int a, and inside the second method, let's take double d. So here we print d, and for second, to call the second method, we have to give the double value, that is 10.5. So here these two methods are overloaded. Method names are same, but the parameters are different. First parameter is int type and second parameter is double type. So it doesn't raise any error. It prints the output as 10 and 10.5. So let's compile the code, java main.java, java main.java. It compiles fine. And if you run the code, java main, it should print 10, 10.5. So this is the second case where the data type of parameters is different. And the third case is sequence or order of parameters is different. So let's see the third case. changing the sequence of parameters or changing the order of parameters. In first method, we see show of string comma int type, and in second method, show of int comma string type. So these two methods are different, but the method names is same, but the functionality is different. So let's see in the VS Code. First method is show of string s comma int a, and second method is int a comma string s. So let's say string and int, and let's print int and string. Yeah, in order to call first method, we have to give the input string. Let the string is power and int value is 10. And in order to call the second method, we have to give int comma string. So this is the third case in method overloading. That is, the order of parameters is different, but the method name is same. So the order of parameters is string int and int string. Here the order is different. So if we compile the code, java main.java, it should compile fine. And if you run the code, java main, it should print the output as string and int and string. So it works fine. So this is how method overloading works in Java. Method names are same, but the parameters are different. So different in the sense the number of parameters are different inside the methods, or the type of parameters are different, or the order or sequence of parameters are different. So let's go for a real-time example. In ATM withdrawal system, imagine you are developing an ATM machine system when users can withdraw money in different. So we can withdraw in many ways. So if we have ATM card, we can withdraw with an ATM card. If we forgot ATM card, we can withdraw using UPI ID. And if we don't have UPI ID, we can withdraw money using the account number and PIN. So the action is same, withdraw, withdraw, withdraw. But the inputs are different. In first action, we are using ATM card to withdraw money. In second action, we are using UPI ID. In third action, we are using account number. So the action is withdraw, but the inputs are different. So let's see this example. Here we are taking an ATM class. Inside ATM class, three methods are same methods: withdraw, withdraw, withdraw. But the parameters and the type of parameters or the order of parameters are different. So let's see this example in VS Code. Just delete the main class, or just redirect, just erase this code and delete the .class files. Just we require main.java. So inside main.java, we create ATM class. This is the ATM class, and we'll create a methods. First method is withdraw method, but the inputs are int amount comma int pin using amount and pin. That is, first method is using ATM card. If we have ATM card, we input the amount and pin to withdraw the money. So system.out.println using ATM card. Yeah, we can withdraw using ATM card. If it doesn't have ATM card, we can withdraw using UPI ID. So we'll write the same method again. Withdraw method using withdraw using string UPI ID, comma, we require pin and our bank pin and amount. So this method is using UPI ID. So the action is same, withdraw action only, but instead of ATM card, we are using UPI ID. And again, if he doesn't have ATM card or UPI ID, we'll go with another method using the account number. The action is same here. Again, void withdraw, string account number, and we require PIN and amount. Here, let's take the account number as int type. So here, these three methods are same methods. Withdraw action is same, but the inputs are different. In first method, we are giving int amount and PIN, and in second method, we are providing UPI ID, PIN and amount. In third method, we are giving account number, PIN, amount. So these three, whenever we are developing an ATM machine to withdraw, the methods are same, but the parameters are different. So it doesn't raise any error because parameters are different. So let's create an ATM object, and in order to call the first method, we have to provide ATM withdraw of amount 100 rupees and the pin is 1234. This calls the first method. And in order to call the second method, we have to write ATM.withdraw of UPI ID and PIN and amount. And in order to call the third method, we have to give account number, PIN and amount. So let's save the code, and if we compile the code, it should compile fine. And if we run the code, it should run fine using ATM card, using UPI ID, using account number. So here in method overloading, all the methods are same, but the inputs are different, but the parameters are different. So in method overloading, we can have any number of methods with the same name, but they should be varied maybe in number of parameters or the order of parameters or the data type of parameters. This is how method overloading works in Java. And let's see a small exercise. Please pause the video and answer the questions. First question. Which of the following is not a valid way to achieve method overloading? So it asks for not a valid way. Changing the number of parameters is a valid way. Changing the return type of the method only. Changing the return type. Return type doesn't include in method signature. So option B is correct. It is not a valid way. Although we can change the return type, we have to change parameters in order to achieve method overloading. Second question. Can overloaded methods have different access modifiers? Yeah, we can have different access modifiers. Let's see. If you see the same code, first is a default modifier. We doesn't have anything. Second also default modifier and third also default modifier. We doesn't specify anything. Let's take second as a public modifier. This method is public, not default. And if I save the code and if I run the code, java main.java, if I compile the code, it compiles fine. And if I run the code, it runs fine. So we can have different return types also. We can have different return types and we can have different modifiers also. Here we are discussing about modifiers, so we can have different modifiers also. So if you see the question, can overloaded methods have different access modifiers? Yes, we can have. Option A is correct. Third question. Which of the following statements about method overloading is false? Overloaded methods must have the same name but different parameter list. It's true. Overloaded methods can have different return types. Yeah, they can have different return types. Let's see here. Here, for all the methods, return type is void. But if we change the return type of the last method, just I'm changing return type as int and returning any something random value 10. So we can have return type here, and inside third method we have to assign the value. So val is equals to ATM dot withdraw of that thing. So here for first method return type is void, and second method return type is void, and third method return type is int. So all the methods have same method name, but the return types are different. For first two method return type is same and third method is int, and access modifiers also different. For first and last method default access modifier, and for second method we have public. So if I compile and run the code, it should work fine. So java main.java, it should compile fine. Yeah, it compiles fine, and java main to run the code, it runs fine. So we can have different return types. We can have different modifiers for method for overloaded methods. So overloaded methods can have different return types. True. Overloaded methods can have different access modifiers. This is also true. Overloaded methods must be static. They may or it is not correct. It may or may not be static. So there is no rule like overloaded method must be static. Here we doesn't take any method as static here. We are taking only public. So we can't say that overloaded must be static. So option D is wrong. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe for more videos.